Hi Virgo, this is Jess with your April 2020 general reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Virgo, some of you definitely have fallen out with friends or acquaintances, family members, someone in your life. There may not be a moving forward with people that you once had a really strong bond with. Something foolish someone did, and it came out. Someone did something foolish, said something foolish, reckless, even careless, like a careless behavior, and it kind of all came out. And some of you, and I know I said this to another sign. I think I said it to Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. It's a big indicator that things are not going to be the same, particularly in friendships, but it could be in any area of your life when it concerns others, right? You may want to kind of deep down inside, but you're not going to do that. You're not happy about the way the situation unfolded and what all happened. You're not happy, and you feel betrayed to some extent the way you was treated by someone. And excuse me. And so for some of you, it could be around work and career, could be that. But it's all coming out now. It's all very clear now. I feel like it kind of took you by surprise. For some of you, you kind of was taken by surprise from the situation. And at one point, like I said, you were very eager to make wrongs right. If this was like a pattern or you guys have had issues in the past, you were pretty eager in the past. But after this probably repeated itself, or the way it happened to the level it's happened, you're done. And like I said, for all of you, it'll be different who these players in your lives are. But I do see some type of a fallout, realizing exactly where you stand with people and accepting an ending. It's not the easiest thing to accept because it looks a little brutal, but you know this is the best thing that you're doing. I see lack of motivation. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people are feeling that now. The Virgos that I know are very particular people. And when things aren't going according to plan, they could start to feel very anxious and nervous. And, unfortunately, you guys are plagued with having to think all the time because you are a mercurial sign. So your mind drives you crazy. I hope that you guys can find sleep and rest. Your home life looks pretty good, though. Looks pretty solid, very stable. Some of you have someone that you can completely count on, and you're the person that can be counted on. But I feel like if it's you and another person, you're a very solid team together. The communication may slow down. Even if you have a mate, if you're in the home, they visit, and if it's not like living in the house, it may not be as much as normal. I do see a little frustration, like people are kind of sick of each other. That's normal. When people's choice is kind of taken away and you have to make changes that you weren't anticipating, it can, change a lot of attitudes towards things. So you're not the worst, I see. But I do see some of you definitely looking a little bit agitated and just kind of can't kick this feeling. I keep getting, it's like it's a feeling that you kind of just can't kick. But you found some form of solace in the home. Now, I do see that there could be money problems. Some of you need to check your cards, and some people may be saying, why? I'm not going anywhere. But if you have a problem with your automobile, and if there's still services, you may want to check that. It could be like a light. I'm seeing like a sensor light coming on, that sort of thing. And you will get some type of favorable help if you do try to seek something out. I feel like some of you may have to wait a little longer if you're anticipating something, news, information, moving forward when it comes to finances and career. It's a little bit longer of a wait. I also see that someone here has, it's like money's coming in, money's going right back out. Or money is really, some of you are spending money before you can get the money in. The money's already spent and you could be under, is what it looks like to me. And things just aren't coming in as quickly as you would like them to be. But it looks like some of you are definitely going to come out of this. Okay, but there's a lesson. If this is your story and so you're saying, yep, I made a boo-boo, that sort of thing. This is a lesson for you. It looks like you're going to be okay in the days to come. Some news may come or things will start to come in that you've been expecting. So you will kind of get quote unquote saved in a nick of time. But this is a major lesson. Make sure that you're learning it because you may have to go through this another time. So, yeah, your reading is kind of pretty much set up just like that, where it's just these little pockets of things that some of you guys are going through. That's really out of your hands. It's kind of nothing you could do about it, obviously, right? And you kind of are feeling as though things are not in your power at all. Everything is up to someone else. And if there is anyone around you, they're just as clueless as you are. Just it's that type of thing where it's like, well, what do we do? Right now, everything is just on hold. You guys know that. So now let's look at love. Single Libras. I'm sorry, single Virgos. This is a Virgo reading. Single Virgos. You're getting over this heartbreaking pain, this distance from another person. Some of you may be at a distance, and maybe the person came to you, or you're going to the person. So if you are at a distance to your mate, with your mate, you guys may be able to get closer to one another. I do see lack of intimacy. I see where you may be thinking about this past relationship and that you were foolish and you found some things out. And it could have had to do with a third party. And that's the reason why the two of you can never kind of make things work, because there was always interference in this relationship. You are single now. You're not happy about it. You would rather not be single, but you're still stung by what all you've gone through. Okay. I do feel like some of you may have a father figure or a male. It could be someone in your life that you could always turn to. This could be anyone in your life, but they are the person that you can turn to. And for some of you, it could be someone that you can't even go to now. For whatever reason, this person is not as accessible to you as they once were. Now, if you are deciding to put yourself out again, like just put yourself out there, which for most people would be, online dating, people are not looking for anything long term. They can't even provide that at this time. Not to say that that won't come down the line. You know what you want. You want something that's really committed and long term. The issue, particularly if you are a Virgo man, you may not be ready for anything committed and long term because you really are still stung from past hurt and pain. You may even pull back from being intimate, like all of this frivolous, quickie type of situation. Like you don't even want that. Because you may just be a little bit paranoid. Like, I don't want to, go to someone's house and there's a problem. But I do feel that some of you guys, single Virgos again, you will find yourself reminiscing. You will find yourself thinking about someone, dreaming about them, fantasizing about them. And so, with that, it does prolong your healing and you're moving on. And sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you have to. If it was just that easy to snap your fingers and change your emotions, there would be no reason for love, because love has to do a lot with that raw emotion that you cannot control. And just like you can't control falling in, you can't necessarily always control when you fall out. So it's a process. Now, but I do see money coming in. I do see money coming in for you. Definitely some money is going to be coming in for you. And that's probably the best place for you to be. You guys are okay. Let me say that when it comes to the money. Some of you are okay, especially if you're a Virgo female. You're okay. You're fine. It's just these other little things, as I've mentioned now, Virgo couples, I see money problems or money worries, okay? So there may be some changes and shifts in job. You guys thought you were going to get this amount. You're not getting it. You thought it was going to come then. It's not coming then. What you're expecting, and I feel like this is more on a practical level as far as career and possible job, or if you have your own business together, it may be a bit delayed, and that can create some issues in the home life. You guys are still here, but there's those issues that kind of keep the two of you a little bit distant. I just feel like a little agitation between the two of you. You're agitated, they're agitated, that sort of thing. And someone is lashing out with the other person or toward the other person, which is making both of you kind of turn your backs on the other person. And it's literally just the frustration of everything. I think none of us really are fully, not none of us, but to a large extent, a lot of us are kind of tone deaf to how damaging this is all for everyone, right? Psychologically, whether it be subconscious or consciously. And I think a lot of that has to do with this state that you're in with your mate, but it could be something completely different, like a secret came out and the two of you kind of can't get things back on track. I see lack of intimacy, and you kind of can't bridge the gap and try to work this out again. Some of you may still try to, if you're in a place of breakup, taking a break, it's complicated. You may still try to be friends or still speak to each other from time to time, but someone already feels like they're more single than not. I feel like someone's emotionally manipulating the other person, and whoever's being emotionally manipulated is turning their back. They're not believing it. It's like they're not believing the hype. They know what they want. They want something better. Someone completely fell out of love with the other person, but the other person is aware of it. It's kind of like all eyes are open. Everyone knows, even if no one's saying it. It's that type of thing. And even though it may be completely obvious, it's just not time to kind of go there. I mean, not right now, at least. So some of you definitely can be in a place where you need to have that kind of talk of like, is this what we need to be doing? Are we the best together? Or are we better friends, or acquaintances than we should be thinking about something long term and forever? Because someone looks to be out of it, okay? And could be definitely entertaining other people as well, superficially. This is, they haven't met the one or anything like that, but it could be more superficial engagement with other people. And this will grow. This engagement with others will kind of grow. And so some of you are having a more deeper issue in your relationship. And this doesn't make it any easier because people aren't able to kind of like cut cords and just keep moving forward. It is this impending, it's still this, we don't know exactly where any of us stands type of a feeling. And that's kind of what I'm saying with you, Virgo, particularly in this relationship. Now, something could happen in the days to come. It won't be the worst issue. Like it won't. I don't see a complete breakup, but it could be something volatile. And let me not say volatile because that could be interpreted in not the nice way. But it could be an argument, it could be a fallout, a disagreement. But frustrations can arise. Let's just say that frustrations can arise, but it can be avoided. But it will heighten things, and it will create more problems and more confusion in this dynamic between the two of you. So in the extended, we're going to look deeper at this person as well as you. How do you feel? What do you want from this person? What do they want from you? What is their challenge with you? What secrets are they keeping? What do they want to tell you deep down inside? What are they challenged by most, and what's happening with them now with you? What's going to go on with the relationship, and what's going to happen ultimately? How's this all going to work out? So if you're interested in that, we're also going to look at Aries through Pisces. How do they feel? We're going to look at pull love message cards for Aries through Pisces and see how they feel. So if you're interested, click that link in the description box. It explains in detail all of what we go over. So again, if you're interested in that, click that link in the description box below. If you like something personal with me, you can click the link to my website and set something up for yourself. If you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Virgo.